couple you would never want to meet. Well, let's put it this way. Let's call it Jack and Jill. Well, Jack and Jill went up the hill and moved into a motel. They ended up being drunk as hell. They did a bunch of riddling, got to a fiddling, and fucking stabbed himself in the throat. Well, that's the starting to this story. There's no better way to put it. AR-15 kicking the chem dog's ass. I swear to God, the chem dog was good. This is fucking phenomenal. Okay, so after this, I'm sitting there partying with my buddies. We're doing ketamine, and you know, like ketamine helps so much well with sex, because when you're on ketamine, you feel completely numb. Your body, it's like your dick can get hard as a rock for 10 hours. You fuck for 10 hours, and trust me, there's well, one that's passed and one that's still out there, and another few girls that know just what I mean. But you can't come. It's like heroin. It's like that blissful state you're in. You get fucked for 8 hours, get a blowjob for 2 after that, and still not come. So what happens when you drink and do acid with it? Well, then you're my buddy Ryan, then you're my buddy Rin, and he said that, well, this lady comes into the room, starts fucking yelling, because we've supplied her beer, weed, cigarettes, every food for the last month that her husband's been in ICU because he shanked himself in the throat. Like, that poem was a true poem we wrote while we were on acid that night. And all the different party drugs that we're into. And yes, get so high you're in the trees. I'm in the tree house. So if you got a problem with the timing, I'm still learning. Fuck that. I know it'll be cringe as hell 20 years from now. But she's in here, she's now gotten to the point where I've got a party going on in a motel room. She's yelling her fucking god-awful lungs out, saying, oh, we should give her a beer, we should give her this, we should give her that, and she starts with her husband. Well, Rin steps up, and what does Rin say? Just because my fucking husband didn't stab himself in the throat to leave you here with nothing and no way to pay your debts doesn't mean we have to keep carrying you like an elephant on a dinner plate. And man, I was partying with this black guy. Now, we call him Tiny Tiger because imagine this. Tiger Woods, no money, and 5 feet tall. That's the explanation to a T of this boy. We'll call him Call. Why? Because his favorite game was Call of Duty. So we'll call him Call. So Call, he was doing his shit. He's a computer repairman. And I get to know him. He pulls a fucking crazy drunken fit. He starts to have a PTSD attack in the basement. What happens? He starts to act like our entire friendship has been a fucking joke. And, you know, he's been trying to lead us into this and cult shit. And, you know, I look at this and Tiny Tiger, I know it's just PTSD and him fucking with me because I'm on acid and he knows this, so he's playing this fun fucking game, I guess. We drank about 20 tall boys that night between us. The next day, he said none of that happened. I still remember to this day. Man, that boy could act. You know who you are? Salute all my real homies out there. The people who recognize real. The real, the only, lonely, and your dead homies. Represent the 905 to the fullest. Shout out to everyone out there that's dealing with this COVID problem. And most of all, have your weed brought in. Fuck going out to get it.